The first hour of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. The Stoics understood this truth in a way that modern life often forgets. They did not wait for circumstances to dictate their state of mind. They did not allow the noise of the world to decide who they would be. They trained their mind before the world had a chance to train it for them. Marcus Aurelius began each morning by reminding himself of the challenges he would face. He wrote to himself that he would meet ingratitude, violence, treachery, envy, and ill will. He did not do this to feel defeated. He did this to be prepared. Epictetus taught that the mind must be prepared like a soldier before battle. You do not go into battle without armor. You do not go into the day without preparation. Seneca wrote that the day should be reviewed and directed before it is lived. He believed that without a plan, the day would be wasted. When you wake up early, you create space between sleep and the demands of the world. That space is yours. It is where reason can speak before emotion takes over. It is where you choose who you will be before anyone else chooses for you. The Stoics did not see early rising as a productivity hack. They saw it as a moral act. To wake early is to reclaim the day from chaos. It is to say that your philosophy matters more than your comfort. It is to say that your discipline is more important than your desire to stay in bed. This is why the Stoics were so committed to morning practice. They knew that the mind is most teachable in the quiet of the morning. The world has not yet made its demands. Your will is fresh. Your attention is undivided. Begin with silence. Do not reach for your phone. Do not consume information. Do not check messages or news or social media. Sit with your thoughts for a few minutes. Observe them without judgment. The Stoics practiced this as a form of self-examination. They asked, "What is under my control today?" They reminded themselves that events will come, but their judgment of those events is theirs alone. This simple question gives you authority over your day. When you start in silence, you start in control. You are not reactive. You are deliberate. You are not pulled by the world. You are grounded in yourself. After silence, set your intention. Stoicism is practical. It is not abstract theory. It is training for life. Ask yourself what virtue you will practice today. Will you practice patience when someone is difficult? Will you practice courage when you face a hard task? Will you practice justice when you are tempted to cut corners? Will you practice temperance when you want to overindulge? Decide in the morning. If you do not decide, the day will decide for you. The Stoics believed that without intention, life becomes a series of accidents. With intention, life becomes a practice. This is why they wrote down their goals. This is why they spoke to themselves each morning. They knew that the mind needs direction. It needs a standard. It needs a compass. The body follows the mind. A Stoic morning includes physical discipline. This does not mean a 2-hour workout. It means action that proves you are in command of yourself. A cold shower, a short walk, a set of push-ups, a few minutes of stretching. These acts train the will. They teach you that you do not need to feel motivated to act. You act because it is right. You act because you said you would. This is how you build self-respect. Self-respect is not given. It is earned through small acts of fidelity to your own word. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen the part of you that leads. Each time you choose comfort over discipline, you weaken it. The Stoics knew that character is built in these small choices. As you move through your morning, remember that obstacles are part of the plan. The Stoics did not pray for an easy day. They prepared for a difficult one. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations that he would meet ingratitude, arrogance, envy, and deceit. He did not expect people to be perfect. He expected to be tested. When you expect difficulty, you are not surprised by it. When you are not surprised, you do not react. When you do not react, you keep your power. This is why the Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. They imagined what could go wrong. They imagined the rude coworker, the delayed train, the missed opportunity. They did this not to create fear, but to remove fear. If you have already faced it in your mind, you are ready when it arrives. Take your first task with full attention. The Stoics called this prosoche, attention to the present. Do not rush to the next thing. Do not think about the afternoon while you are making breakfast. Do not think about tomorrow while you are brushing your teeth. The day is made of moments. If you lose the moment, you lose the day. If you win the moment, you win the day. This is how a Stoic builds a life. One moment at a time. One choice at a time. One act of attention at a time. The mind is trained like a muscle. The more you bring it back to the present, the stronger it becomes. If you are finding this useful, consider subscribing to Unshaken Mind. We publish daily Stoic training to help you build discipline, clarity, and peace. The more you practice, the more control you gain over your mind. The Stoics were not born wise. They became wise through repetition. You can do the same. As the morning continues, you will notice the urge to check your phone, to open your inbox, to see what others are doing. This is the moment of decision. The Stoics called this the moment of assent. You can assent to the impulse, or you can reject it. You can give your attention to the world, or you can keep it for yourself. The Stoics chose themselves first. They knew that if they gave away their attention in the morning, they would spend the rest of the day trying to get it back. This is why they guarded the morning. This is why they treated the first hour as sacred. The Stoics also understood that the body and mind are connected. If the body is undisciplined, the mind will be undisciplined. If the body is trained, the mind will be trained. This is why they valued simple living. They ate plain food. They wore simple clothes. They walked instead of riding. They did not avoid comfort entirely. They used comfort as a test. They would sometimes go without warmth, without rich food, without luxury, so that when they did have these things, they would not be enslaved by them. You can apply this in your morning. Do not make your comfort the condition for your discipline. Do not say you will start when it feels good. Start when it is time. The morning is also the time to remind yourself of your mortality. The Stoics used Memento Mori, the remembrance of death, as a tool for clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. When you remember that your time is limited, you stop wasting it. You stop explaining yourself to people who do not matter. You stop putting off what matters. You stop living for approval. You start living for purpose. This is why the Stoics were so serious about the morning. It is the beginning of a life that is finite. When you begin your work, bring the same attention you brought to your silence. The Stoics were not monks. They were public servants, teachers, writers, soldiers. They had responsibilities. But they brought philosophy to their responsibilities. They did not separate life from practice. They saw every task as an opportunity to practice virtue. If you are writing, write with honesty. If you are meeting with people, meet with fairness. If you are cleaning, clean with care. The Stoics believed that how you do one thing is how you do everything. The mind will wander. The Stoics knew this. They did not expect perfection. They expected return. Every time your attention drifts, bring it back. Every time you feel irritation, bring it back. Every time you feel doubt, bring it back. This is the practice. This is the training. This is how you become unshaken. If you want to keep this practice alive, subscribe to Unshaken Mind. We release daily Stoic content that helps you build a mind that is steady, clear, and free. Consistency is how philosophy becomes character. The Stoics did not read one book and become wise. They read, they wrote, they reflected, they acted, every single day. You can join that path. The morning is your foundation. If the foundation is strong, the house will stand. If the foundation is weak, the house will fall. The Stoics built their foundation in the morning. They built it with silence, with intention, with discipline, with preparation. You can build yours the same way. As you finish the first part of your morning, pause and check in. Ask yourself, am I still aligned with my intention? Am I still acting with virtue? Am I still in control of my attention? If the answer is yes, continue. If the answer is no, adjust. The Stoics did not punish themselves for losing focus. They simply returned. This is the difference between guilt and correction. Guilt keeps you stuck. Correction moves you forward. The Stoics also understood that community matters. You are not training alone. You are training with the wisdom of those who came before you. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, Musonius Rufus, all of them left their thoughts for you. You are not the first to struggle with mornings. You are not the first to struggle with discipline. You are part of a long line of people who chose reason over reaction. This is why we study them. This is why we listen to their words. Your morning Stoic practice is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming yourself. It is about removing the habits, the distractions, the noise that keep you from acting with reason. It is about revealing the person who already knows what is right. The Stoics believed that reason is within us. We only need to clear away what covers it. Take this time seriously. The morning is not just a time of day. It is a training ground. It is a place where you decide who you will be. It is a place where you choose discipline over impulse, intention over accident, virtue over comfort. The Stoics did this every day. They did not wait for motivation. They did not wait for the perfect conditions. They acted. If you are serious about building a mind that cannot be shaken, start here. Start with silence. Start with intention. Start with discipline. Start with attention. Start with preparation. The Stoics did not promise ease. They promised strength. They did not promise comfort. They promised freedom. If this practice is helping you, subscribe to Unshaken Mind. We are building a library of Stoic lessons for daily life. Each morning you can return here and renew your commitment. The Stoics did not practice once. They practiced every day. You can do the same. The morning is yours. By mid-morning, the world will begin to demand your attention. Messages, requests, problems, expectations. The Stoics were not isolated from life. They were senators, teachers, slaves, emperors. They had duties. But they did not let duties dictate their inner state. They returned to their principles often. You can do the same. When you feel pressure, pause. Breathe. Ask, what is mine to do right now? This is the dichotomy of control. You cannot control the outcome. You cannot control other people. You can control your response. You can control your effort. You can control your character. Bringing your mind back to what is yours is the Stoic way of reducing anxiety. The Stoics also practiced premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This is not negative thinking. It is preparation. In the morning, you imagine what might go wrong. You imagine traffic, criticism, rejection, failure. You do not do this to create fear. You do this to remove fear. If you have already faced it in your mind, you are ready when it arrives. During your morning work, remind yourself that you are not here to be liked. You are here to act with virtue. Seneca said that the wise man does not care about reputation. He cares about action. If you do your duty well, reputation will follow or it will not. Either way, you have done what is right. This is how you remove the need for approval. Take a short break to reset. The Stoics used reflection throughout the day. They checked in with themselves. They asked, "Am I still aligned with my principles?" You can do this by closing your eyes for 1 minute, by standing up and stretching, by reminding yourself that the day is still yours. A small reset prevents small frustrations from becoming large ones. Lunch is another opportunity for Stoic practice. Food is not just fuel. It is training in moderation. Eat without distraction. Notice how much you need. Do not overindulge because you are stressed. Do not rush because you are busy. The Stoics believed that self-control at the table reflects self-control in life. As you finish your morning and enter the afternoon, review what you have done. The Stoics practiced evening reflection, but the morning sets the standard for that review. If you started with intention, you will have something to measure. If you started without intention, you will only have reactions. The goal of morning Stoicism is not to be perfect. The goal is to be intentional. You will have moments of weakness. You will have moments of anger. You will have moments of doubt. The Stoics expected this. They did not quit because they were imperfect. They returned to practice. They returned to reason. They return to their principles. You can do the same. Every morning is a new chance to begin. Every morning is a chance to say, "Today I will act with virtue. Today I will not be controlled by my emotions. Today I will do what is right, even when it is hard." If you want to keep this practice alive, subscribe to Unshaken Mind. We release daily Stoic content that helps you build a mind that is steady, clear, and free. Consistency is how philosophy becomes character. Morning Stoicism is not a routine. It is a way of living. It is a way of taking responsibility for your mind before the world takes it from you. Wake early. Set your intention. Act with virtue. Expect difficulty. Return to reason. If this practice helps you, like this video so others can discover it. Share it with someone who wants to start their day with purpose. Comment below with the virtue you are practicing today. Subscribe to Unshaken Mind and continue building a life that is guided by reason, not reaction. The morning is yours. Use it well.